Hello students, this is Johnson, handling 7th Standard Biology, Chapter 4, Plant Life. In this session, you will learn about factors affecting photosynthesis. First one, sunlight. Second one, chlorophyll. Third one, temperature. Fourth one, water. And finally, experiments. Factors affecting photosynthesis. It has been found by experiments that the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Yes, here experiments used for these four main components. The scientists identify these four components used for the photosynthesis. Yes, the first one, sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. It is four main components necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Yes, plants only do the process for their preparation of own food. Yes, so we can say that the conditions necessary for photosynthesis to take place are sunlight, chlorophyll, temperature, and water. Yes, dear students, these four main components used for the photosynthesis. Yes, here the first one, with increase in intensity of light, there is an increase in the rate of photosynthesis. So more number of intensity of light, the increase the rate of photosynthesis. Here, intensity of light, the sunlight producing more number of solar energy. That time the plants, especially inside the leaf of chlorophyll, it increase the rate of photosynthesis. Light is most beneficial for photosynthesis. Yes, the optimum temperature for photosynthesis is 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So these two measurement, that means 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, it is good for the preparation of photosynthesis, process of photosynthesis. Yes, by the way of these two temperature, between two temperature, that good for necessary with the help of these components. Yes, sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. The temperature is very important, because more number of excess of temperature, plant cannot survive, and also plant cannot prepare their own food. The optimum temperature is 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. It is very essential. And third one, water. Water is an important factor responsible for photosynthesis. Yes, because the sunlight is present, carbon dioxide is present, and chlorophyll also present. Without or lack of water, what happens? It cannot do the chemical reaction. Yes, the water is very important. That time only plants prepare their own food and also doing the process of photosynthesis. So the time the stomata help for prevent the loss of water to retain the inside the body of the plant body. So it is used for more number of producing photosynthesis and all. Yes, not more than 1% absorbed by the plant is used in photosynthesis. Yes, the plant take one, not more than, it is exactly 1% their process, and then remaining water, it is maybe stable inside the body or used other way of photosynthesis again and again. So it will take only not more than 1%. It is very important. Yes, and even water is necessary for photosynthesis. Yes, so without water, plant cannot prepare their own food. The next one, can see the process of photosynthesis. Sunlight is present and carbon dioxide is present and green pigments, chlorophyll also present, and finally water. All the one mingle together. Here every single plant using carbon dioxide and sunlight trap the sunlight with the help of the leaf inside the chlorophyll and water absorbed by the root. Yes, all the one goes to that plant leaf, especially chlorophyll. Chlorophyll that time prepare their own food. The reaction, chemical reaction take place here, and finally the result is given. What is the result? The plant prepare their own food like a sugar molecules and evolve of oxygen. Yes, so this is a chemical process. So by the way, the water present, carbon dioxide, sunlight, all the one goes to the present inside the leaf, and finally it prepared it and send it out oxygen. Finally it is prepared, the food is a sugar molecule. And fourth one point, so concentration of carbon dioxide increases the rate of photosynthesis, but its concentration beyond a certain level decreases the rate of photosynthesis. Here, carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that carbon dioxide used by the plant and prepare their own food, or prepare process of photosynthesis. That carbon dioxide where is come from? Yes, maybe the fuels, maybe burning of wood and factories or industries, factories and other things emit the gas carbon dioxide. It goes mixed within the atmosphere. And finally, the plants and trees used for the carbon dioxide, and more number of carbon dioxide plants get from the atmosphere, the rate of photosynthesis also increase. So the plants do the useful for their earth, because without plant we cannot imagine it, the carbon molecule or carbon dioxide dissolve. The plants only can use it and converted and give to oxygen to the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide gas increases in the atmosphere. The time increase the temperature also. Although it comes to earth, that leads to global warming. Earth is increases temperature. So the plants only it is more to change the environment condition. Here, rate of photosynthesis become constant. Either the temperature or the light intensity needs to be increased to future increase the rate of photosynthesis. Yes, more number of carbon dioxide level increases, plant take more number of carbon dioxide it will take and do the more number of rate of photosynthesis increases. A rate increases proportionately with increase in carbon dioxide concentration. So the used by the plants using the more number of carbon dioxide, at the time the constant level of the photosynthesis also increase. That is given in this table. And fifth one point, the presence of chlorophyll is essential for the process of photosynthesis. It helps the plant to trap solar energy. So water present, carbon dioxide and sunlight. And finally, the green color pigment chlorophyll, it traps the sunlight of solar energy. That solar energy goes to that internal cells of the leaf. The chlorophyll converted into a solar energy into chemical energy. That time the plants get the nourishment that may be prepare their own food, sugar molecules, and given out oxygen. So that capacity, that having capacity only by the plants of chlorophyll, using the presence of sunlight and convert as a chemical energy. Convert here, solar energy convert as a chemical energy by the help of chlorophyll. Yes. So we four important ways discussed each and every one how it is important to help for the photosynthesis. We explain for one by one experiment I give to you. So use this video and you learn how it is each and every component to use the photosynthesis. Now the chlorophyll.
To show that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Materials required: coleus plant, watch glass, test tube, 2 beakers with water, iodine solution, alcohol, white paper, Bunsen burner, forceps, tripod stand with wire gauge, and dropper. Process: pluck a coleus leaf from plant. Coleus leaf contains both green and non-green areas. Transfer the leaf on a white sheet of paper and draw its outline. Mark the green and non-green areas carefully on it. Now boil this leaf in water to kill it. After boiling in water, again boil it in alcohol. The purpose of boiling leaf in alcohol is that it dissolves greenish part, that is chlorophyll. Then wash the leaf in cold water and place it in a watch glass. Now pour some drops of iodine solution over it. Compare the leaf with the drawing you had made.
Yes, students, in this video we learned the chlorophyll is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. Without chlorophyll, the plant cannot prepare their own food. And finally, the colored part may be what? We have some changes. And the green portion of the leaf turns blue-black. Yes, the green portion of the leaf turn into blue-black. So we know in this experiment the necessary for photosynthesis, the chlorophyll is an very important. And the next one, how it is, how sunlight used for photosynthesis. Yes. Now you see this video. Sunlight also very important for the process of photosynthesis.
To demonstrate that light is necessary for photosynthesis. Requirements: potted plant, petri dish, boiling tube, alcohol 70%, iodine solution, Bunsen burner, forceps, beaker, water, dropper, black paper. Procedure: take a healthy potted plant and place it in dark for about 72 hours so that the leaves become free from starch. after 72 hours. Select a leaf on the plant and cover a portion of it on both sides with black paper. Keep the potted plant with the covered leaf in sunlight for a few hours. After a few hours, detach the covered leaf from the plant and remove the black papers. Boil the leaf in water for a few minutes. Now boil the leaf in alcohol in a water bath till it becomes dull white due to the removal of chlorophyll. Wash the leaf with water and add iodine solution. Observation: the portion of leaf which was covered does not change color, whereas the portion which was uncovered turns blue-black. Inference and conclusion: the portion of leaf which was not covered received all the factors necessary for photosynthesis. Therefore, that part could only photosynthesize, whereas the one which was covered could not manufacture food. The presence of starch gave the positive test with iodine, that is, turned to blue-black color. Photosynthesis is the process of manufacturing of food by the green parts of the plant, especially the leaves, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll with the help of carbon dioxide and water.
Yes, the sunlight is very very important because we covered the portion of the leaf with the black paper of sunlight. What happened? Remaining uncovered portion of the leaf, it had received the sunlight and prepared their own food. And finally, we put the drop of alcohol. What happened? The uncovered portion of the leaf, it turned into blue black. The covered portion does not change the blue black. So we will easily understand the sunlight also very very important for the process of photosynthesis. The next experiment for how oxygen evolved during the photosynthesis. Yes. So next experiment also you will easily learn.
This activity is to show the production of oxygen during photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight. The materials required for this activity are beaker with pond water, hydrilla plant, stemmed funnel, test tube. Consider the apparatus shown in the image. Take a beaker and fill it with pond water. Place water plant like hydrilla or elodie inside the beaker and cover it by a short stem funnel. Take a test tube and invert it over the stem of the funnel. Ensure that the level of water in the beaker must be above the level of the end of inverted funnel. Place the entire assembly of apparatus in the sunlight for at least 3 days. It is observed that in place of water, air is filled in it. This air is actually a gas and is collected in the test tube. Test the gas collected in the test tube by inserting a glowing incense stick, which would burst into flames. This indicates the presence of oxygen. The air bubbles formed in the test tube is of oxygen gas. Thus, it is clear from this activity that oxygen is produced during the process of photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight.
Yes, student, we understand during the photosynthesis the oxygen evolved or given out by the plant with the help of sunlight, water, carbon dioxide. Yes. This experiment we will easily understand what happened. The hydrilla plant inadvertently covered it with a funnel inside the beaker along with the test tube on the shadow of sunlight. What happened after 2 or 3 days? We remove the oxygen, go to the inverted test tube, and finally we are blowing stick. What happened? It's a flame. Yes, we understand easily. During the photosynthesis, oxygen is evolved. It's proved. Okay. Yes. And finally, the fourth one, carbon dioxide. How used for doing the photosynthesis? The next experiment easily we will learn. Now you understand carbon dioxide, how it is used for the photosynthesis, during the photosynthesis. Let's see.
Do plants need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis? Let us verify this by performing an experiment. Requirements: 2 potted plants of same size, glass plate, bell-shaped jar, watch glass, beaker, petri dish, Bunsen burner, forceps, dropper, potassium hydroxide, ethyl alcohol, iodine, water. Procedure: take 2 healthy potted plants which are nearly the same size. Keep them in a dark room for 3 days. Now place each plant on separate glass plates. Place a watch glass containing potassium hydroxide by the side of the plant A. Potassium hydroxide is used to absorb the carbon dioxide. Cover both the plants with separate bell jars. Use Vaseline to seal the bottom of the jars to the glass plates so that the setup is airtight. Keep the plants in sunlight for about 2 hours. Pluck a leaf from each plant. Put the leaves in separate beakers containing ethyl alcohol. Place the beakers in boiling water and heat them. Alcohol will decolorize the leaves by dissolving the chlorophyll present in them. Now wash the leaves with water. Then put iodine solution on both the leaves. Check the leaves for the presence of starch by iodine test. Do both the leaves show the presence of the same amount of starch? Observation: the leaf from pot A remains unchanged in the presence of iodine. Thus, starch is not present in it. The leaf from pot B turns bluish in the presence of iodine. Thus, starch is present in it. What can you conclude from this activity? Potassium hydroxide placed near the pot A absorbs carbon dioxide. Hence, plant A cannot perform photosynthesis. Plant B does normal photosynthesis by utilizing carbon dioxide from the surrounding air. The leaf from pot B therefore shows the presence of starch. Thus, this experiment proves that carbon dioxide is necessary for the production of food, in other words, for photosynthesis.
Yes, student. Pot A and pot B. Pot A we seal with wax inside with potassium hydroxide. So cannot carbon dioxide enter. But part B condition, normal photosynthesis by utilizing carbon dioxide from the surrounding air. The leaf from part B dash 4 shows the presence of stars. Yes. So these two parts covered with wax, but B part surrounding air with the air contain carbon dioxide goes inside the plant leaf and change into blue black. So it shows that carbon dioxide also very important for the process of photosynthesis. Yes, these four components very important for the process of photosynthesis. Yes, student, the carbon dioxide, sunlight, water, and finally chlorophyll. The full-fledged of the process of photosynthesis is conducted by the plants and prepared their own food. So thank you student. In this session we discussed factors affecting photosynthesis. Yes, next class we will discuss the next chapter. In the next session I thank each and everyone. Thank you student.